Hey guys, Carlos Cortez here. Hope you're doing well. Just came back from New York City. They had Fleet Week. I was actually over there with a great safe money carrier that I am going to be using. I'll tell you about that later here in a minute. But just wanted to give you a market update. As you guys know, with the debt ceiling the way it is, I've said it in the past few podcasts, they are just completely not being transparent of what's going on. We are headed into Memorial Weekend. The market was up Friday, March 26, over 300 points, the Dow. And they're already pricing in that a deal is going to happen considering the long weekend. So Janet Yellen is already saying that we need by June 5th. Now it was June 1st, but now June 5th. If they don't have a deal by June 5th, then we will default on our bills. Because I know we can't default, and I know there's going to be a deal that will happen in the next few days. Like I said, Trump is hilarious. He basically said, I hope they default, because he knows if they default, there will never, ever be anyone in the Biden regime ever in the office. So that's why he's saying that. I highly doubt they will default, because what will they do? They'll simply just sell us all out like they do every time. As you guys remember, back in 2011, they kicked the can down the road. They're going to kick the can down the road here. So I predict, if you're on Social Security, if you're a federal worker, yeah, you're probably going to get paid of delayed. It's going to be delayed. I truly believe that. But I really believe that they will get a deal done, or they'll just inject more liquidity in the fund so that they can have a few more weeks to get a deal done. But McCarthy has been trying to get Sleepy Joe and Stupid Face to talk about this for over 100 days now. And his focus is not America. His focus is just being in global summits, making a name for himself, and obviously funding Ukraine and all this garbage that he's been doing. Like, what good has this guy done? I mean, dementia patient Joe definitely doesn't have America's best interests at heart. So I think America is just done with him. So I was up in New York this past, actually just yesterday. There's a new product that's coming out, and I'm really excited to share it and talk about it. I can't give names because that will breach compliance and regulations and everything. I can't give names, but I can talk about it. It is a safe money option. Basically, you can get returns like equity-like returns without any losses. It is an insurance contract, but the engine in this insurance contract, in 2017, it made 40%, this index. It's a new transitions index. It has ability to go from commodities to treasuries to full-blown equities on a day-to-day basis. Never has this ever happened inside of an insurance contract. And so what is happening is these big investment banks want to partner up with insurance carriers because they know regular banks are shambles. They're literally like the First Republic's SVP. They're legit scared. The investment bankers and the traders are legit scared of working with these banks because a lot of them are just walking insolvency waiting to happen. So there's some great products all over every single state except for New York. We can write it. Contact our office if you want to know more about it. I can't really get into details because that would be a blanket recommendation, and we can't do that. But I can talk about, yes, there is an A-rated carrier that wants to protect the consumer, that actually gives a daggone flip about the client, that will protect their principal, will grow your assets. You have access to 10% of your money each and every single year, and they're backed by massive strength. And it's not FDIC insured garbage. It's not federally mandated. And they're pro-America. They're legit pro-American companies that are employee owned. So one of the things too is as you hire financial institutions for your money, you are going to see a shift. Actually, it's happening right now, but there is a shift where not only do we want to do business with God-fearing companies that don't really hurt our values. Like, we don't want to shop at Target. We don't want to shop in Amazon. We don't want to do business with BlackRock. We don't want to do business with Vanguard. We don't want to support anybody that's supporting abortions and killing innocent babies and chopping off penises and calling them a woman. Like, we don't want to be a part of that. And if you don't like it, that's cool. Go find someone else. Go troll on someone else's channel. But for this channel, we want to stick to what we believe in. How hard is that? Like, why is Target forcing this junk down our throat? So I challenge you in the next few days when June 1st hits, go to your financial websites. See how many of them promote the LGBT website, the LGBT bandwagon, the LGBT movement. And you will start to see that every company that you shop in that's secular, they will just promote the flag and they'll force it down your throat. My thing is, where the heck is a Christian flag? Where's the American flag? Where's our straight flag? Why aren't we promoting that? Oh, because it's not popular. Yeah, it's not popular. So these companies want to be politically correct and support the Black Lives Matter movement, support the LGBTQIA movement. They added some more words. I don't even know what it is, but they're just supporting this, and it's an abomination to God. It's an abomination to God. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. Like, I'm to the place where I haven't shopped in Target in, I don't want to say years, but if it's been close to over a year. I haven't drinking alcohol since March 7th of 2022, and I've been to a bunch of wine and dine events. I really don't even purchase stuff on Amazon anymore because they're so woke. I think I recently bought like a clear cover for my badge to get in my neighborhood. I think it's called like a badge clear cover. I don't know, but I couldn't find it in the stores, but I found it on Amazon. And yes, I shopped on it. I'm guilty of that. But yeah, we just don't want to support the Costco's, the Walmarts, the Targets anymore. Not even in mentioning the beef that we're eating now is all being injected with hormones and this mRNA garbage. By the way, you don't have to buy beef from an adulterated source. You can buy natural beef. All you have to do is go to switchmyproductsusa.com, and we have some of the best tasting beef right now that is not injected with this garbage. Also at switchmyproductsusa.com, everything is American. There's no toxic chemicals in these products, from your cleaners to the coffees to basically the candles, to the home fragrances, to the toilet bowl cleaners, to detergents, pretty much everything that you can think of in your house. So go to Switch My Products USA. They are my self-sponsor here. When you purchase through them, you are supporting this show. But what I wanted to say is that Target and Walmart, they're now losing so much business. I mean, we don't even have to talk about Bud Light. You know who the new one is right now that hasn't really gone viral yet, and you may hear it here first, is KFC. KFC is promoting this game called Diablo. And even though the chicken is terrible for you, it's pretty stinking good. Diablo is a video game, and they're promoting basically, I don't even know her name. What is her name? Lilith. Lilith is like a Baphomet demonic angel, and I guess in this game. And so they have all these marketing pieces. You guys remember when when Nike had the Holy Water sneakers and the Little Nas was promoting Satan sneakers. Well, it wasn't Nike. It was the company that would buy the Nikes, and then they would design it, and they would sell it and mark it up $500-$600 for it, honoring Satan or honoring a blasphemous living water theme type of sneaker. I think it was an Air Max. I know it wasn't Air Force One. It was the Air Max. And they would literally charge $1,000, and people were buying them like crazy. I forgot the company that was purchasing the Nikes and redesigning them, but straight demonic, man, straight demonic. KFC is doing it with this Diablo video game. The spicy chicken sandwich they're coming out with. It's supposed to be hotter than the devil. I guess that's the theme they're going for. There's Target with this bathing suit that was in rainbow colors. It was made for a man to wear, and it's tuck friendly. You can tuck in your schlong, hide it, and look like a lady. Just, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. But I was in New York. I did see a lot of men in makeup and heels. And look, you want to dress like a woman because you feel like you want to be a woman, have at it. I still love you in Christ. I still will show you love and respect. I just don't have to agree with your lifestyle. And I definitely don't. Just don't force it down our throats. You have the right to be gay and to be flamboyant and free or whatever you want to do. You have the right to do that. That's why our troops died, for your free will. God's grace has given you plenty of time to get on your knees to repent. He will even let you turn his back on him just so you can get smacked up and humbled, and every tongue and every breath will praise the Lord. I mean, that is God's free will. Like, you can do what you want. Doesn't mean that he's going to love it, and doesn't mean that we have to honor it. But us, I will always love these people. Like, I will show love. I just hate the sin, not the sinner, because I'm a sinner. His sin, their sin is no different from my sin. But at the same time, guys, I don't want that message being taught to my children. I don't want that message being taught to our children. How does this even relate to money? This is a financial show, financial Christian show. And I had some troll, if you guys saw Pad 9, his name was, I had some troll like questioning my faith and questioning the show and saying it's all about money and blah, blah, blah. And anyways, we dealt with him, but it's amazing what people, it's amazing what people do. Like, I pay for my own show first and foremost. Like, this guy is not even, I don't want to even talk about it. Like, he's not even worth my breath, the energy. But yes, going into this, so I was in New York and I was speaking with some of these investment bankers and economists, and I was actually more not interested in what he was saying, but I was interested in the culture of New York City right now. Because New York City, when I first went in there as a kid, I got inspired. Man, the lights were awesome. You know, it was right after 9/11. Everybody was patriotic. The Patriots won the Super Bowl. This is when everybody wanted the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. I became a stockbroker because I loved the city so much. I wanted to live there, and I actually did for a few months. But there is so much socialism. There is so much walking away from God that you can tell that God has lifted his hand off the blessings of New York City. You can tell that the end times are here. You can tell that there's a spirit of oppression there, a massive spirit of oppression. So it was just sad for me to witness that, because every time I went to the city, like, I always got inspired, seeing the big lights, seeing spirit of capitalism. Our troops died for the spirit of enterprise. Our troops died for our freedoms. And yes, you can do whatever you want with that, but let's still honor God. And we've walked away from God. We've walked away from what's right. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I couldn't wait to get out of face diaper land and go home to Florida. And I don't know what you guys think about DeSantis running. I'm kind of upset about it. I really don't trust DeSantis with Fox hosting out Tucker, right? You got Fox taking out Tucker, and all of a sudden they're going to make a run with DeSantis. Who paid who for that? And now they're saying, in the name of the defamation case, that's why we got rid of Tucker. I highly doubt that. So all of a sudden, you're going to see all these DeSantis ads on Fox. And what does this have to do with your money, guys? So what I'm getting at is Target is woke. Bud Light, this whole agenda is huge, because what they want to do is they want to do the same thing with your money. They want to support ESG. They want to support the ESG, like 20% of that, or I'm sorry, Biden, if you guys remember a few months ago, he introduced a bill, they introduced a bill where ESG needs to be part of your 401k, like at least 20% of it. And if you look at ESG, they have to determine what is ethical. What is ethical? So you have the social and governance, ethics, social, and governance. And it's becoming extremely popular because everybody's on the bandwagon of, yes, let's always do the right thing. Show love to them. Let's promote them. And what it is, guys, is you're supporting the LGBTQ movement in corporate America. So you have a combination of, what is the aim? What is the mission statement of the company you're doing business with? I challenge you to ask every company that you shop with, ask what their mission statement is. When you go to Chick-fil-A, what's your mission statement? When you go to Walmart, what's your mission statement? When you go to Target, what's your mission statement? When you go to Lowe's, what is your mission statement? And what you'll find is that the employees do not even know. They won't even know. And so it's wild. Like, you don't know your mission statement. Oh man. And what it is that it has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with ethics. It has nothing to do with America. It is about who? The shareholders. The shareholders. So if you're with a financial company that promotes ESG and they're a public traded company, you're bottom of the barrel, baby doll. You are bottom of the barrel. Like, they legit don't even have a best interest to serve you. The financial institutions out there, they want to promote this ESG garbage. They want to promote things that go against your beliefs. Joe Biden said it himself that he wants retirement accounts allocated to ESG. So the reason why this whole Target debacle reminded me, or the Bud Light, the Targets, they reminded me of what really I've been talking about the past 2 years, is that they want to go woke and broke. They want to take your dollars and invest it in things that you don't even agree with. It doesn't even make sense. And so you do have an option. You have an option to defund them. You have an option to shop American with Central Products USA. You have an option to buy your meats from a farmer that actually saw this coming 27 years ago and raised beef on his own ranch, and even raised them with the calves. Mom stayed with the babies, and the babies were able to grow with mom. And yes, there's places where you can buy your beef online. We also want to adapt the America First retirement planning process. Our process is, number one, we want to keep your money safe. Number two, We want to get you a reasonable rate of return. Number 3, we want to stay here in America with our investments. Number 4, we want to make sure we're not sending money to the Bank of China, to the Chinese, to the Ukraine. We want to keep America in-house. Number 5, you want to work with a fiduciary that keeps God, country, and family as his lifestyle, her lifestyle, that works and thinks the same way you do, that share the same beliefs. I'm coming out with a book. It's coming out next month. I don't have the title yet, but I will be talking about it. We've been writing it for 4 months now. And what I talk about in this book is that there's an economy shift. Like, people are wanting to shop with their dollars and vote with their dollars. We do not want to support Target. We do not want to support Bud Light. We don't even want to support Costco. We don't want to do it because they're aiding and funding employees that want abortions. Like, they want to kill innocent babies in the name of, oh, well, you know, this person was raped. This person was incest. It's still an innocent life. Give it up for adoption. Why do we have to kill the baby? Well, I don't wish that on anyone. My grandma was in that situation. I have an aunt that is half my race and half another race, ethnicity, sorry. And she had children, and those children had children, and my grandma kept the baby. And it was a very, very young age. I just don't play the victim card. I don't play the victim card. There's no need to kill a baby, period. I know some of you guys may disagree, but that's just been my experience and my conviction. Well, I also wanted to say that this show has been eye-opening. It's amazing what God can do. It's amazing what you guys can do. It's amazing what we the people can do. So I was in New York and I was speaking with a huge investment bank. I mean, you guys heard of them. They actually sponsor a trading floor. They have their own trading floor. And I was speaking with one of the product developers, the liaisons, and she came up to me and she said, I'm going to design an index for you, for your people. I almost wanted to fall on my knees and say, thank you, God. She's going to design, I'm going to show a picture of her right now. This wonderful lady, she was curious enough to ask what I do for a living. And she asked me, what is my biggest struggle? What are you struggling with right now? And I said, honestly, you really want to know the answer? I said, I own a financial firm. Obviously, I'm a financial advisor, and I own a podcast that what we do is we talk about investing with our spiritual morals, our spiritual ethics, and we want to keep it American. We love America. We love our country. But when you have, Vanguards and BlackRocks over there, like shipping money to China and doing things to hurt the American people because they're public traded companies, they don't have the best interest for the client. This is the problem that we have, is that there's really no place to hide. And my list as an advisor is getting smaller and smaller and smaller on who I could use that I know is going to be there till the end. I said, I would love to have something where it is all American. It is all American. It's pro God, pro country. And she said, let me sleep on it. And the next day she comes back up to me at the meeting and she says, I'm going to design an index for you that you can bring to your clients. And it's going to be all American companies. It's going to not have ESG involved. And they're going to keep the money here in America. So I am like blown away. I am completely blown away that she told me that. Now, if she does it, I'll be even more blown away. But the fact that she had an interest and that she was curious enough to think on how can we do it. And I just thought that was amazing, that there is a shift. There's a shift going on. Like, there's going to be this economy, this conservative economy that only wants to do business with patriotic companies that are God, country, and family. Then there's this other liberal economy that doesn't care. They want to do business with people that think like them and that are trendy and woke and have all these victim card holders, people that shop. And maybe you're a little bit of both. I'm not. But there's a whole nother economy there. Like, there's an Antifa, sensitive. There is a financial advisor that's sensitive to Antifa, and he's making a killing. I don't get it, but that's what they're doing. So yeah. So about like Target and Walmart, the takeaway here is that there is such a massive shift in the markets right now, with people shopping with how they want to vote. So if you have a financial company, how are you being protected right now from a market collapse? How are you protected if the dollar does go down? Actually, it's been going up. It's wild. Remember I said last week that look for a pop in a dollar, because if they're trying to get rid of the dollar, guess what happens to the actual dollar? It goes up in value. So we want to make sure that we're not overbuying precious metals. We're not overbuying. We are keeping a good allocation. I don't agree with having an IRA in precious metals for many reasons. The main reason is that you don't own an IRA, and gold and silver is extremely manipulated. It is considered red money. It has unlimited losses, unlimited protection. It is not insurance on your money. With that being said, I still personally own gold and silver as a hedge, and that's what it is. It's a hedge. But be very, very careful on where you buy your precious metals from. You don't want to pay 23% commission to buy your gold and silver. You want to work with the patriotic company that loves God, that does the right thing. Yes, they may charge anywhere from 5 to 7%, 10%, but nothing predatory. Definitely reach out to Cornerstone, 888-747-3309. They're a great company. I can hang my hat on them knowing that they're going to do the right thing for you. Again, 888-747-3309. What I do like about them, if you do have an IRA, precious metals, silver, gold, whatever, palladium, you could actually transfer your IRA to them and get lower costs and fees when you sell. So unfortunately, like if you have a gold IRA, call your custodian and ask them, how much is it to sell out of the depository and to sell out and liquidate? And most of them will tell you 20%. It is wild. So be very, very careful, guys. You definitely do not need to put all your money into precious metals. I don't care whoever says it. Make sure that they are a fiduciary. Most of the people pimping out and promoting gold and silver, they have no financial experience. They are not in the business of giving investment advice. Speaking of which, let me say my disclosure. This podcast is for educational purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. If you want investment advice, please reach out to your securities licensed financial advisor. If you don't have one, give us a call. We are financial advisors, 813-448-3446, and we can construct a plan that is best suited for you. Whether it has precious metals or not, or storage units or safe money, we can customize a plan that suits you. And like I said, I'm like the weatherman. We know the storm is coming. We're going to get hit. but we also want to make sure we survive. So, anyways, I wanted just to let you know that the Target tobacco, the Walmart, the Bud Light, it's a shame because we see that with the financial companies. We're going into June, and you're going to see all these woke companies promote pride this, pride that, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. We don't want to support that. So we want to show them love, but we definitely don't want to support that. So also just a little update on KRE, which is our regional stock. It's trading at $40, a little over $40 right now. Hasn't seen a big decline, but keep an eye on the KRE. The KRE, as you guys remember, is the index that's going to track regional banks. Next month, guess who's joining again? The Fed. And they want to raise interest rates another time. So look for banks to start to, maybe one or two of them will go belly up again. The banks aren't safe. The banks are not safe, guys. Have insurance on your money. You can buy precious metals. That's also a good option. But insurance contracts right now, just right now, we have a MIGA, multi-year guaranteed annuity, that's paying 5.6%. It is a 5-year deal. You can get one for 5.2 if you want withdrawals. The problem with the MIGAs is unfortunately the rates go down if you want liquidity. So if you only want a guarantee and you don't want withdrawals, this is a great account. You can make 5.6, but most of you want guarantees. But the interest rates are still high on these products. They're guaranteed. They're compounding. They're not simple interest, but you can get into one of these contracts right now. A 5-year with 10% free withdrawals with no fees is paying 4.5%. We can write those in pretty much all states except for Puerto Rico, New York, Wisconsin, and Michigan. But if you are interested in getting 4.5% guaranteed compounding with a 5-year chassis, meaning you only have access to 10%, it is an insurance contract. Your principal is protected, and you don't have to worry about stock market losses. If that's you, give us a call, 813-448-3446. All you have to say is, hey, I'm interested in that 5-year that 5-year account that Cortez was talking about, and we will make sure it is suitable for you. It's not safe to be in the banks, in my opinion. It's not safe. Like the banks, they don't have cash reserves. The banks only have the FDIC requirements, which is anywhere from 1% to 3%. So if you got $100,000 in the bank, they only require $1,000 to $3,000 in reserves to back your money up. And so as the interest rates rise, the bank has ability to put that money in treasury bills, or long-term treasury bills, I would say, not short terms like the ones I like, but the long-term treasury bills that are 10-year, 20, 30, 10, 20, and 30-year ones. And so what they do is they make that interest off of it, and they make money off of that interest. But when the interest rates rise, those prices of those bonds go down. And so when you go and say, hey, I need $5,000, I need $10,000 from a $100,000 account, they were hoping to make money off that money. They actually lost. They lost a good $3,000 to $5,000 in that scenario because the bond market is down 30+% with the raised interest rate. So they've lost 30% of your money, hypothetically speaking, and now you want to withdraw. So now there's no ability to replenish their losses. And this is where you're starting to see these bank failures happening hand over fist. And you throw in crypto like SVB and these other banks, then it really gets extremely dangerous. So anytime there's rising interest rates, the KRE index, look for it to go down because the regionals do get hurt. Now there's a flight to safety. Say, oh, well, I'm going to go to Chase. I'm going to go to Bank of America. I'm going to go to Wells Fargo. Well, they're even down themselves because they too invest in long-term bonds because it's secured, it's safe, but not when there's a rising interest rates and these knuckleheads want to do it again next month. So if you have bank money, it's not the time to be invested in a bank. I know it feels good at night saying the commas in your bank account, but it's truly, truly dangerous right now, in my opinion. So we offer alternatives. We have a low cash duration alternative where we can make 4.25. You have daily liquidity. You can get a checkbook. You can get a debit card with your brokerage account. The brokerage accounts are not FDIC insured. They're actually insured by the SPIC, which is a much better situation than the FDIC. But there's interest rate risk, right? If the rising interest rates happen again, you could lose a little money on it, but you're making 4 to 5% annually. So that's a great option with our low duration cash alternative fund. It's a alternative fund in money market. We just don't want to do business with the banks. We don't want to do business with the woke banks. We don't want to shop at Target and Walmart. Those guys do not fit our investment objectives. Why are we supporting the woke? Why are we supporting? We don't have the right to complain because we're giving them our money. Like, just stop shopping there. Stop doing business with these guys. I can't say it enough. So I'm going to keep you guys abreast of what's going on with the All-American Index. You have my word. If they can't help me, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to create this index that is anti-ESG, anti-LGBT, anti-vax, anti-bioweapon, pro-America, pro-God, pro-economy, anti-debt. If they can't do it, maybe God will give me the wisdom. The Holy Spirit will give me the wisdom to build it myself, to offer it as a platform. So that is my vision, is to make sure that this index does come live. Now, these things take time, but that has always been my heart on to create more and more solutions for you guys. Well, guys, I wanted to say thank you and happy Memorial Day to all of our amazing troops. Here's a picture of me with, I was in New York City during the Fleet Week. So every single year, the warships and the carriers, the war carriers, they embark all over the country. Like all over the country, they come and embark in New York City, right there on the Hudson. And you have literally thousands of sailors and Marines that park there and dock there, and they just go around the city. And so I had the opportunity to take a picture with them, and that was in Times Square, this picture, as well as all these hundreds of men and awesome, brave women that support our country. So my hat to them. If you served in the military, God bless you. My father was a drill sergeant in Fort Bragg, and I grew up military as well. So I want to pray for you and honor you. Let me share my verse before I'm out of here, guys. Okay, I got a text from Stu. Sorry, I got distracted. Deuteronomy 8:18. You shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the power to get wealth, that he may confirm his covenant that he swore to your fathers, as it is this day. So as you guys retire and build wealth and build wealth and build wealth, just remember that relationship with Christ is so important. He gives you the knowledge for wealth. He gives you the knowledge for business. He gives you the knowledge, the spirit of knowledge, in so many different ways, not just making money, but he gives you discernment. He gives you many, many gifts, like it says in Corinthians. So I just want to leave you guys to get connected with Christ. If you haven't asked him in your heart, please do so. You can't outgive, you can't outlast God and outlast his resources. He has unlimited resources. He is a God of miracles. Ask him into your heart. Make sure you ask him to put your name in the book of life, and you'll do whatever it takes to stay written in that book. All right, guys, that's my message for today. Don't forget to read your Bible in the morning, every single day, or every night before you go to bed. Men, do your push-ups. We're getting weak by just sitting around. Do your sit-ups, exercise. Be that 4-pillar man: your faith, your family, your finance, and your fitness. And let's be warriors for the cross. So with that being said, God bless you guys. I hope you found this podcast somewhat beneficial. All you got to do, if you're interested in us looking at your retirement, go to CortezWM.com. You can call us 813-448-3446. You can also email me, info@CortezWM.com. It goes right to my phone, info@CortezWM.com. If you have any topics you want me to discuss, and if I have time, I will do it, info@CortezWM.com. Or like I said, you can scan the QR code on the screen. Don't forget to visit my sponsors, America First Water. If you want the fluoride out of your water, you can go to switchmyproductsusa.com for the beef and amazing household items that you buy anyway. And obviously my company, CortezWM.com, to book an appointment to see if you're in the right path for your retirement, and so that your money is not being lost to the infamous stock market or rising interest rates. So God bless you guys, and we will talk soon.